I'm Maya from Naturally Improving Me, and today I'm going to be doing another video on the butterfly stretch, except this video is going to be on how to keep your knees on the ground while in the butterfly stretch. Now I'm going to go ahead and start off with a pike stretch. If you don't know what a pike stretch is, it's pretty much just like this, keeping your legs straight and just like this. Your legs are completely together, you're sitting up straight, and your legs are straight. Now when I do the pike stretch, the easiest way to stretch in the pike stretch is kind of like bending your feet downward and upward, downward and upward, downward and upward, and keep doing that. And I feel like, I know it probably doesn't feel like it does much, but it really stretches the under part of your legs, especially when you bend forward while you're doing it, and just try to keep your knees on the ground. And I know it may not seem related to the butterfly stretch, but it really does stretch the same areas that you're going to be stretching while in the butterfly stretch. Just keep doing that, and you can even like try to touch your toes. If you can't touch your toes, just like touch your knees and go further and further and further. Eventually you're going to get to the place where you can touch your toes. Now, next, to work on the butterfly stretch, just sort of like spread your legs apart while keeping the heels of your feet together, just like slightly. If your feet go apart, like I'm going to show you an example of my feet going apart, but I'm still keeping my knees on the ground, feet apart, knees on the ground, and if you have to, just like push them down as you're going back. Now, the further you bring your legs to you, the easier it's going to be to keep your feet together. Alright, now this right here, this is the butterfly stretch. I'm going to scoot up so you guys can see it better. This is the butterfly stretch, or sort of the butterfly stretch with my knees on the ground. If you want to do the extended butterfly stretch, it's pretty much the same thing, except you're like on top of it. I got a request on doing a video like this and I already filmed it. I'll post a link to it in one of the corners of this video. But basically, to get to this point of the butterfly stretch with your knees on the ground, just start off with like a pike stretch and like rolling your legs outward and keeping your knees on the ground and like pushing them down as they go backwards, and just working on it to the place where it doesn't hurt or there's no like discomfort in those areas as you're pulling it forward. If you have an injury, like a really bad injury or something like that, then I say just keep working on the pike stretch and try to touch your toes and bending your feet downward and upwards so that you really stretch those muscles out before doing anything extreme, or you don't want to like pull something or something like that. Alright, another way to get the butterfly stretch is pretty much just to do it like as far as you can and just like slowly push your legs down. And it's kind of like trying to get the middle splits, like trying to get the splits down all the way. Just like do it as far as you can and then hold it and hold it and hold it and just like push it down and push it down and push it down and just hold it. I say like, well, I would give like a time, like 30 seconds or a minute, but it really depends on how long you can do it for. And then every day just extending that time while pushing them down as far as you can without it like physically hurting yourself. And each day you're going to get further and further to the place where it's not uncomfortable to keep your knees on the ground while you're in the butterfly stretch, or maybe even extending it to something like a lotus stretch or a frog stretch. Now, if you don't know what a frog stretch is, it's pretty much the exact opposite of the butterfly stretch. It's like doing the butterfly stretch, your feet together, your legs apart, but it's like exactly opposite. I have a video on how to go from the frog splits to middle splits. I'll leave a link to it in one of the corners of this video. But this work class was pretty much just on how to keep your knees on the ground while in the butterfly stretch. Hope this video was helpful to the person that requested it. If you have any other video requests, or if you guys want to see any specific tutorials on anything, you can go ahead and leave that in the comment box or message me through my YouTube inbox. You can also contact me through Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, all by the same name, Naturally Improving Me. You can subscribe to stay updated on videos. I do post weekly, and a lot of times more than weekly because I receive requests throughout the week. And so if you subscribe, you can stay up to date on those, and thank you for watching.